All right, thank you very much. Once again, this is Kingdom Economic Forum. My name is Barima Champon Sapon II. Asantia Samahene. My private name used to be Ebenezer Champo. With me in the studio is my own brother, Dr. Joshua Opon Safo. We want to continue what we started last week. Last week, we tried as much as possible to do an analysis of the government of Ghana's policy, and looked at some of the trajectory of the new government. We looked at the issue of the economy, policies that are coming up. Today, we want to, as part of the economy and the staff, we want to see the governance style and public perception about this new government. My question is, has the government been more consultative or decisive in its approach to policy making? That's the first question. Another question I want to find out is that there are talks about honeymoon period for the new government. Is public support holding steady, or are early cracks appearing? That's the second question. And the third one is, how has opposition criticism shaped or influenced the government's policy adjustments?
Great.
So these are three areas I want you to.
Okay, so once again, thank you very much for having us on this show. Yeah, so I think we can start with the first one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, so you can take it again.
Has this government been more consultative or decisive in its approach to policy making?
Yes, I will say yes. Really, because you could see the government engaging. For a typical example, as I said, once they set the tone, they have had the national economic dialogue, where they invited economic stakeholders to also share thoughts with regards to what they have or what they think, or the trajectory that the economy should go. And then also, I remember before the finance minister came to read the budget. He also engaged, he was in the market, and then also he was on X. He was on X to meet the youth, to dialogue with them. What are their expectations? What are their challenges? What are their anticipations with regards to some of these things that should go into the budget? Yeah, so you could see those kind of efforts at engaging a wider pool in a non-partisan atmosphere to share thoughts. And then I think that, yeah, so it's been consultative. I wouldn't say it has been very excellent on that. You could still see, as usual, because of our context, partisan flavors still running here and there. But by and large, relative to First John, I think the Second John seemed to be a bit more accommodating when it comes to engaging, and we are hoping that trajectory will continue, and then even much more, because nation building is not a reserve to the political elite alone. It is an all-inclusive. So the more the citizenry feels heard, they feel seen, they feel engaged, it is a good sign of progress.
It's a good sign of progress. Maybe what I will add here is, or the question I want to find out, when the government invites others to come in, do they really get the right people? Let me use the word, do the right people also respond to the government call? That's something I want. Is it not one of the party politics? I want to find out.
Well, it depends on the posture. Depends on the posture that you take. In fact, one of our headaches as a nation is that there's so much of partisan polarization.
That's a problem.
Yeah, so because of that, any genuine move. Yeah, so it is in two ways. One, you are going to get some, but there are also people who have what it takes to feature at the program, but they will not come because they don't want to be tagged as, because of how our politics.
Yeah.
So if you are, let's say, an expert in a field, you have an economic forum or educational forum, you can really contribute. If you show
your face,
yes, so the opposition is marking this professor is with them. And it is assumed that our time will come. We will also come after 4 years or 8 years. So after 4 years or 8 years, maybe genuinely you should have been made maybe a CEO of a particular directive because of your expertise. Like you're going to be marked out that during the last 4 years, during the economic consultation,
you were there.
You saw him, and then the way he was passionately speaking, you wanted them to. Yeah, so there are people who will refrain from attending or writing or engaging any contribution.
In fact, you have hit the nail. I have a friend who was approached to join a committee that was being set by one of the regional ministers. And he declined. He's a business person. He said, hey, even though I will be able to handle it, but because of our political and a partisan posture, there's a risk for him.
Seriously.
But I think in this meeting we need to debunk this. If you have any expertise, now the election is over. My brother, my sister, if there's anything you can contribute, you don't need to wait like a reserve goalkeeper who is waiting for the substantive goalkeeper to get hurt. So that you come in. No, we are building a nation. Ghana first. I think I have to add my voice to Ghana first. If there's anything you can contribute, if the DC is setting up or MC is setting up a committee and you have something to contribute to help your community to develop, please don't hesitate. And those opposition members, please, we are all here to support Ghana to succeed. Election is over. It's about time we build our nation. Me sitting here, you see some of the committees, it is by institutional representation. So when, assuming they've written to your institution and they say, oh, we want you to go and represent, it doesn't mean I'm for the government or not. So it's something we need to strengthen our institution. Like Obama said, Ghana doesn't need strong men.
Need
stronger institutions. So if an institution can only work when we have the right people running the institution.
Exactly.
So in a situation where we have a committee that has to be represented by an institution, and I'm chosen, it doesn't mean I'm a partisan, but because I have an expertise or something to offer to the development of our nation. I think the politicians should also learn a lesson that when you come to power, we should make sure that some people have been there based on their expertise. Don't allow your foot soldiers to influence you to take them out, else you lose out. Some people are institutional memories that you need them to succeed. If you decide to sack all of them, you lose out. So please, it's a lesson for our people, so that when you set up a committee, you have people to come in to contribute. Not yes, sir, we concur, we agree. No, you don't need such people for you to develop this nation. Some are also saying the committees are too many. Committee for food, committee, several committees. What do you make of that?
Yes, I think I will side with them. I think the other time I was telling you on that for now I've even lost count. As of
you've lost count of the committees.
As of March, I was following the numbers, but I think now about 100 and something committees. The point should be that I think it is also linked to the consultation that we were talking about. It shouldn't be that you get into power and then you are now necessarily harnessing or harvesting ideas on how to go about education, finance, economy, and then the various sectors of the nation. The quest to contest at the presidential level should assume that you have done an analysis of our problem, and then you are proffering a structured approach. So in consultation, this is the vision I am casting for education. And what thoughts can you share to augment it? As against, what can we do on education? So it becomes a vague discussion, thoughts are shared, and then ultimately it does not go anywhere. So there should be categorical visions cast for, that's the vision casting for the various sectors, which should be very structured and systemic. And then engagement, so maybe that document is then sent ahead of time to the potential stakeholders. They review it, and now they are coming to share their thoughts on how it can be strengthened. The vision is already there. The process is already there. It is the expert advice as to, okay, let's tweak here a bit, let's tweak here a bit. In so doing, it's going to limit so many of these committees. Yeah, so I personally also agree with it that the committees are getting a bit too much. And that is where sometimes redundancy comes in, when it seems that maybe two committees seem to have a common interest. So the tasks assigned to them, there seem to be common clashes. Then this one is saying this one is saying this one is saying this. Yeah, when there is so many, because a country of about, let's say about 30, 31, 32 million, we can make do with something very small. And all these also opens room for the wastage that I was talking about. Yeah, so I think it is getting a bit too much. We should streamline things. We should structure things and then hit it right how it ought to be, or we should hit the nail right on its head in that way. Yeah.
So when it's becoming too much, it's like job for the boys.
Job for the boys.
And you need to silence somebody. Okay, you join this committee.
Yes, job for the boys. And it ties in with the effort once again that, you see, he promised 60 ministers. I think we have about 56 now. But on the flip side, the consumption, the capital consumption, which is being channeled to these 56, is much more than what we had with the previous government. So that is where, so the question becomes, is it something just superficial? Because the end goal is that I am reducing so that we can also reduce the amount of money being spent. But in reducing, we are now having so much. We are spending, for instance, at the presidency, the budgetary allocation is about, that is even to the communication sector alone of the presidency. That was, in the previous government, was about 400 million Ghana cedis, and now it is about 2.7 billion. Yes, that is where we have the communication directorate, Felix Kwachi, and then his team.
2.7.
2.7.
What are they going to communicate?
That is the so that is the question. So the previous government was about either 350, 400 million. And even with that, there was a backlash. What are you going to communicate? What are you going to communicate?
What is entailed in the communication?
In the communication directorate. So this is not the whole presidency. This is just the communication directorate. So there was already a backlash. But now, with that same directorate, this year's allocation is 2.7 billion. And so those are it. So just like to add to what you are saying, it becomes almost like job for the boys. Okay, so on the surface, let's give about 56 or 60 ministers, and then let's create several committees, widen agencies, and then put them there so that they will also be getting something. So one of my major concerns is there's so much wastage. There's so much wastage. If we can streamline things, a lot of these money can go into the active economic pool. Because whatever we are generating as a people, majority of it goes into payments. We service our loans and then emoluments. Salaries. That is what we do. So most of anytime you see a project running, like a road construction and then all that, it has to be from outside. Maybe a loan. Or maybe those kind of international based contracts. We are hoping that we can, so our conversation should scale higher. That we will move beyond a road is being constructed between, let's say, Accra and Kumasi. We must have further questions. That how is it being sponsored?
What is the cost?
What is the cost? And have we been able to generate majority of it ourselves? At least even if we are taking about 70, and then external support is bringing about 30. And then even the workers are internally, those are the conversations we should be having. But I think that it's one step at a time, and gradually we will be able to get there. So it's getting a bit too much, which shows that it is too extensive. We ought to streamline things. We really have to streamline things.
Let's pass through in Sawama on the railway, and this thought came to mind. That those years, 50 years, 60 years ago, the population wasn't as it is now.
Yes.
Economy had not grown stronger like we have now.
Yes.
What motivated them? Why is it that in our days, where our economy has grown, and we have enough population that we want to, in terms of transport, we need these means of transport, we have not been able to succeed in that. As what happened?
It's part of the systemic, thinking that I've been talking about,
which we will be discussing.
Yes, we will look at it. Every area or sector of our lives is having that problem.
I think we will. Those who are listening to us, don't miss out on systemic thinking. All these things we are discussing with you are just the foundation. We are not complaining, but we try to ask questions that will help us to go to the root cause of our problems and then bring solution. Has the opposition, in their criticism, been able to shape or influence the government policies? Have we had that?
Well,
what was the name of this opposition? Is it a
micro minority?
Micro minority. That's a term. Have they been able to? Because I hear them making.
It's quite unfortunate when it comes to the way we have run our democracy as a people.
Okay.
And it is obvious that the nature of our partisan polarization is affecting us as a nation. And this is where one of it is. We have assumed, we have imported democracy without contextualizing. And because of that, what we call opposition, we have assumed that it means that I must literally oppose everything. So it is almost like to take a passive disposition towards the ruling government, and then just be punching holes, whether good or bad. Let us find a way to, maybe paint it black. So far, with the policies that have been laid or tabled out, I don't see so much of the opposition having shaped it much. Maybe going forward, it may have that shaping. But so far, most of the thoughts that have been shared or the policies that have been shared have been things that have come from their own, the ruling government's manifesto. That this is what we want to do, and this is what we've set on the road doing. Now, the beauty rather of opposition would have been that you ought to be objective, and like we are doing. To be objective is to praise the government when you see that, well, for this area, we must admit that the government is doing well. However, maybe the modalities that it
more room
is
for
employing, or there is more room
for improvement.
That is the beauty. But the kind of opposition we have, not only our current, it is almost like, because before
you do me, I do you.
Yes, they were also doing same. Pull up a policy, regardless of how it is. We are coming to give holes to it. So the communication directorate of the various political parties, or this duopoly, is that we are assessing the policy and then we are giving it a blow. We are giving it a blow. We are painting it black before the people, which does not really order well. So I think that going forward, opposition parties or the opposition should really do that which they ought to be. That is keeping the government on its toes. And that does not mean painting everything that they do black. It means to be objective.
Don't use black, painting everything negative.
Yes, I mean, yes. Yes, so painting everything negative. Yes, thanks for the correction. So painting everything negative, that, nothing is going on
well, government is failing,
yes,
it's not going to work.
Yeah, so in that sense, it makes it as though we need to come. Now the other political party or the other government then comes. And then that is why there is the street narrative that it looks like the people seem to think when they are in opposition.
But
in opposition, it looks like you are able to think straight to some extent. Because when you are in power, the arrogated or the arrogance, the posture of arrogance, we are not listening to
anybody.
Now, when you come to opposition, you become a bit sober. And then
our brothers in opposition, the way they are sober,
yes, you become a bit sober. But some few months,
so arrogant.
Oh yes, you not get them anywhere. You not get them anywhere. So
our local language is Emre Ninkasu.
Emre Dani, or the way some people are sober when they are talking. These same people somewhere last year or some. You will not get them.
It was as if they've been demonized. The spirit was as if Ghana belongs to them. Man, they talk with power.
That is what power does. That is what power does. So the posture should be a posture of being objective and connected to the question you asked, that in terms of the consultation, the people having the right people. One of the other things also that makes people refrain, apart from being colorized, whether as maybe MPP, NDC or whatever, one thing that the public also looks out for is the objective stance of those people. So when you seem to have a stand in the previous government, you seem not to have seen anything wrong. And then now a new government comes, and then we are having a consultation, and then we see you there. And possibly in the whole span of the new government, now you are always praising, then the public will be marking you. So one of the things that the people who are experienced or the expert people, the posture they take, that does not really also help them, is that they seemingly or unconsciously dance along partisan lines. De Gaulle have already said that politics is so serious a matter for you to leave it only into the hands of the politicians. It means that it is an all-inclusive thing. So, as a stakeholder or as an expert in any field, if you are consistent, regardless of the political party or whatever in power, so definitely you're a human being. You have your own
but be objective.
Yes, and attachments. But we are hoping we can get to a point where I can say that I belong to Party A, but for this policy of Party A, I don't subscribe to it as an expert because of ABC. Now you gain the traction in the public narrative that for this man, well, we seem to know him to be in Party A.
Yeah.
But when it comes to his expert analysis, whether of Party A or Party B, we have seen him to be constant. But as long as you show that when one party is in power, it is like this.
Yeah.
You are almost silent.
Yeah.
Another party comes to power, and then that is when you gain your voice. Then you have a problem with the public.
You have a problem.
They'll come at you.
You have a problem with the public. I think we have some few minutes, but I think that there's this thing that we need to take time to ask the government to deliver on its promise when it comes to corruption. They have something. What is the name? The
ORA.
ORA. We need to ask the government, where are we?
How far?
How far? These politicians, we know what is going on behind. We are asking Mr. President.
Yes.
The ORA, where are we? You have promised us. There are videos, there are things there that we want to demand accountability. Bring those who have misused our resources to book.
Exactly.
Else, whatever you do,
it will not go anywhere.
It will not go anywhere. Mr. President, the ORA, we want to follow up on that. On this note, I think that we try to look at the performance of this new government. He is not there yet. But the advice for all of us is that nation building is not one-sided. All of us have a role to play. In case you have an idea, in case you have something that can be contributed to bring this country from where we are to the next level, please don't sit on it. The party in government, it's early days yet. We know the new DCs and MCs. Please open up. Don't be partisan. We are not saying through your party people don't take care of them. No. What we are saying is that you are DC, MC for the community, not for your party. Make sure you put up a system where you get people to contribute so that you succeed. On this note, we want to thank you once again, Dr. Joshua Ponsafo.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very, very much.
We will come again in our next discussion. It's going to be brutal. The next discussion come next week is democracy in perspective. The case of Ibrahim. Is that not the name?
Ibrahim
Traore. The
Burkina Faso
president. Democracy in perspective. We need to don't miss this discussion. Please share the link, invite a friend to invite a friend, and then send us your comment, contribution. We are very much interested in that. Until we come your way next week, we say bye-bye. God bless you.
God bless you.